as I let go of the shouldn't be paying attention to anyway frequencies and actually let them go and condition myself to for them to be not be there, to not be a part of my experience, it gives way for the frequencies that I do want to be in my experience. And you have to condition those in as well. That's what I had to do. And it was actually our initiations and tests as well. That's what had to happen. And I passed, and then things shift, and yeah, and it's pretty cool. It really is. This whole experience is so cool because it's me coming back to God. It's my own contract with God. We all have our own. To come back to him, to descend as a divine being, and then to ascend back into coming. It's forgetting your God and then remembering your God, like coming out, like seriously being in that time and just thinking we're just these mortals, and that we don't have actual like fucking control over environment or manifestation with connection to this. Like we were conditioned because we're so strong, and free will, choice, and respect. Like I said, God honors and respects his creations, and that's why it's a lot harder to do. You can start to predict and foresee foresight, like things based on information and stuff like that. But when you have a lot of individuals, or a lot of 8 billion people in the world, and you all have free will, that's why it's got to go on frequency. That's why it's got to go on matching up in vibration, and matching, aligning frequencies, and why we were blocked, and what that did to us, and all the reasons of that. And that has to do with the galactic wars, all that, and that's but because God respects his creation, though. That's what I mean. And so, but the descent to the ascent of, like, it's remembering you're an angel, coming back and removing all the layers of goodness, and then it's such a beautiful experience, though. It really is, to come back to God and all the way. And everybody gets their own way. Everybody gets their own way. It gets unique to you. How God talks to you in your environment through you is yours, and yours alone. No one can have it. It's yours. And that's your intuition, and that's your psychic abilities and your clairs, and that's your environment. That's really your environment. We have been shut off and limited in so many ways for so long. And that's what I mean. I'm waking up to all these different ways, and I'm like, oh man, I just feel bashful. I feel shy. I'm like, when spirit talks to me, when God talks to me, when things happen, like I'm awakening, and I'm to who I am, and that's fucking cool. It is. It's the coolest thing you could ever do. I don't give a shit. It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's not worth it, and it's worth it all at the same time. It is, because that's what being human is. The pain and the experience and the vulnerability and the weakness, and to overcome that, and to take and to see things, and to stand in these truths, and have these virtues, and have all this different, it's and in the different ways you can do it. And god damn it, it's fucking cool. It's really cool. God damn it isn't a bad thing. Words are expressions. Words are words. They're meant, like, that's why I said, people that ever had a problem with word, put a stigma on a word. It's wrong. Do not put a stigma on a word. It's just like numbers are numbers. I've never had a problem with numbers, because numbers are numbers. They're just numbers, and they usually mean something, in the grand scheme, and, or, like design of things. Every number has a place. Yeah, there are no negative numbers. 666, that's actually a good number. Like most superstitions were actually the opposite. We were conditioned into believing the opposite of what they actually, the good of them, because there's a polarity in everything. That's what I mean. There can't be just darkness, and can't be just light. The light makes dark. That's what I love. That I have one of my fortune cooking sayings is, you cannot have shadow without the light. And you can have light without shadow, just no problem. But you cannot have shadow without light. And darkness is created from the absence of light, but light is also the darkness. And so that's why it just beams right through that shit. Anyway, stigmas on words are bad. So yeah, because words are words. To me, it's like redundant. It's like oxymoron or something. Or it's just like, it's making, yeah, it's stigmatized, judging a word. And words are used for the judging. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, I just want to share.